what I mean.
Yep, and because the strategy is to shut down Gigamomo. So when you can't shut him down, he runs rampant. That's why he has been picking up jungle in a lot of his solo queue games lately. So it just so happens that hey, he's ready to go. Um,
For sure.
there we go. Whew. We definitely are queued up here for the fifth. Yep, so this great boys there. We are queued up here for the fifth and final game of the second annual Christmas tournament. Yesterday we did play group stages. 10 teams battled out in 5 games, and did a pretty good job. There were some really close games, a couple blowouts, and we got to experience the Swiss bracket together. My team was 0-3, but we still had a blast yesterday.
And that's all that
Had to use
matters.
that is all that matters. We got to flame our support for being terrible, and we got to. That's about it. That's all we really got to do. Get to see the Fiora, the Rengar ban instantly. They honestly probably have nothing they can do about it, along with a Lee Sin ban as well. They know
Hmm.
Chris is playing in the jungle, so they're banning out Chris's jungle champions. It's interesting. Honestly, we could see Chris go back to mid lane. He has just sucked out bans from everyone else, and we'll put Vi in the jungle. Honestly, the best strategy right now that Blue Side could do is ban Vi.
For sure. Just to with Eonder really only focusing on Vi as the big pick. And there it
There
is.
it is.
Um, yeah,
No
you
Mundo ban
it,
yet.
which
Oh,
um
Victor ban. That does leave Mundo a huge power pick open if they do want to capitalize on that. There it is. There's the click. Are they going to hover it or just lock? There it is. There's the lock in. That is the first time Mundo has been left open in a long time this tournament.
and I'll say the biggest thing with Mundo right now is that they are able to use it as a flex. If
Yep.
they want to try and send, which they do know that 87 Shadow Swag is going to be last picking. So if he does pick his own champion, um, holding it out for the top lane versus jungle pick, is probably not going to be the great. It's not going to work as well as they want it to.
Yeah, and
Um,
Eon has not touched Kindred all tournament, so it looks like Chris is still in jungle. He has Smite on
I definitely
with
expect
this
Chris to be on
with this Kindred.
lane.
Um, the Thresh pickup means that Bad Axe is interesting. Normally, the Thresh pickup means Bad Axes is going to ADC, but you would think that they must be doing a trade there in some way, shape, or form, because normally Bad Axes would pick up the Thresh and so forth. But they showed their bot lane. Oh, he's probably just flashing it to tease Swordmaster a little bit. Um,
But it looks like he's going to go ahead and
no,
lock it
oh,
in.
he
Um,
locks it in. The Lucian is definitely not for bad axes as he's running exhaust, and Airman has smite, so I don't foresee a Blitzcrank in the jungle.
of
So
course. No, it's
you
secret
never.
closet OP, man. You can't knock it till you try it. Um,
I mean, ganking wise, you just gotta hit a pull, I guess.
which this will limit Swordmaster down to likely a Nautilus pick.
Yep, I could. It's almost guaranteed at this point. We could see a Leona come out,
As well,
and
yes.
Malphite. Malphite is not
Ooh,
banned as well. Honestly, I think we'll see that on 87 Shadow Swag though, because it's been banned away from him multiple times.
unless he
Looks
chooses
like
to keep that Renekton.
yeah, the Renekton served him quite well. He was able to stop the early aggression from the Lee Sin pick, and we do see the Nautilus coming out from Swordmaster as well.
And really, that Renekton pick is going to allow now them to really to use that Mundo pick. Uh, oh wow, words. Um,
Yep.
to use the Mundo just as the available switch, and it looks like they are going to send him into the jungle.
Yep.
Um, a solid choice, I'd say, especially as a lot of these champions, um, save Renekton right now don't have dashes. Jinx being her main way of escape is through getting excited.
Yep.
And so as long as Mundo's able to hit his cleavers, he can catch up pretty easily.
Honestly, he'd be very sticky to the Jinx. They have not punished the immobility of Jinx. They've really just banned it away in previous matches. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there. It looks like Faerun picked up Gnar and Vanguard on Azir. He's covered it in previous matches like he wants to play it, but looks like he's pulling out all the stops and playing it this time.
I could see Azir, especially if he's expecting another Ari pick,
Yeah.
to play out well for blue team. As well, he's just a strong mid laner that's able to scale outwardly a little better. Doesn't get that stuck power spike that Diana had in the last game. Really, there's not a. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna be a Fizz top or Fizz mid. It'll be Fizz mid. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, they don't forget the swapping that is going on.
Yeah,
there.
of course.
Fizz mid against the Azir should be a very fun watch up to watch. A very fun matchup to watch.
I don't necessarily like the summoner choices on 87
yeah.
Shadow Swag. While Renekton does have the Slice and Dice and is it Decimate is the W?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
I
To be able to get away somewhat easily, I feel like Flash would work a little better there.
No, Flash is almost always the optimal situation. Running TP Ignite is like a Hecarim thing or something who's got a quicker cooldown. Slice and Dice is on a 17-second cooldown at level 1. So it's not, if he uses it on the wave, which I've seen him do in previous matchups, you just gank him. If you just camp that lane, you just keep killing him. I've seen one of the guys we play with, he doesn't, you can see if he doesn't run Flash, you'll get punished for it every time. Turn on the Silver Scrapes, buddy. Let's get into game 5.
All right. Let's roll that up. Again, I've already been listening to it, but whatever.
You can start from the beginning now.
I do like the Fizz pick against Azir, though, as well, because Azir is real, at least early. Fizz will be able to go in hard, use Troll Pole.
It'll be a positioning battle, really.
Exactly. If he can catch Vanguard out, really punish his positioning, I think the early trades will bear well for him, especially if he can do a lot of pre-6. Because once Azir hits ult, it will be hard for Fizz to stick on him. But it's also on a strong cooldown, so if he can bait out ult, he can then try and engage later as Chum the Waters is on a lot shorter cooldown than Azir's ult.
It'll definitely be a matchup of, I mean, if you play it in position properly, you can definitely get out enough damage to take down Fizz, especially during the laning phase. Being a melee carry, Azir has that zoning and extra range that can really chunk down Fizz before he even tries to come in. He is running the barrier though, so there will be a little bit of damage negated on that all-in. It will be interesting to see that matchup. Now we have Giga Momo on Kindred this game. Kindred's not known, she's very good right now, but not known as a Vanguard type of champion, a LeBlanc type of champion. So that is going to be very crucial if he can step up and not get shut down the way that most teams have been wanting to do.
Yeah, for sure. I will say though that they do again have a very strong team fight, but I also feel like Blue will also have a very strong team fight. With Gnar being able, I like the Gnar engage for a team fight as well with the Azir.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
Mundo's able to basically run in, kind of stand there and attack, um, and Blitzcrank's there as an option to get small picks.
Yep.
Um,
A lot of the engage we saw from the third game of the series, there was a Blitzcrank on Ho Ho Hope We Don't Feed, and he would get pulls, but he'd pull the wrong person a lot of the time. So he'd pull Maokai into the team, and that was their engage. He didn't even have to do anything. Maokai would just get pulled in. So I'm curious if the Blitzcrank now on Santa's Bear and Nashers can take down or pick off the right champions instead of the tanky ones here.
mhm.
However, they are lacking a tank that isn't Nautilus. I mean, they have Renekton, which in towards the late game is really just a stun bot, really a tank stun bot.
Yeah.
It's curious. It should be a pretty good matchup.
Now, immediately looking at this loading screen here, I noticed the TPA Mundo. Uh, really, that clunk is going to be a big help in confirming when they're checking bushes and making sure that nobody's just sitting around waiting. As well, bunny rabbits are awesome, and so
Bunny
Cottontail
rabbits are
Fizz is going to just really just exceed expectations. I feel
And
this game.
we get to see mastery banners on all across the board here. So he's played Fizz a lot. He's got the mastery. We know that Master L24 has been on Jinx. Bad Axes has the Blitzcrank mastery, although we haven't seen him play it yet. So that should be interesting. I'm excited to see if he can get some pulls on Jinx and Nautilus, who are both hyper immobile. Hyper immobile. That's the word of the day, Brad.
Hyper immobile, yeah.
Hyper dash immobile.
And there's already really that early slow pull, and that's first blood for Lucian.
Oh yeah.
Jinx,
When
like we
Lucian
talked about with
gets
Jinx
fed,
having
it's
that
pretty good.
that very weak, with having low movement speed, no real escapes of things. That early invade there just really emphasized that to the team. It's gonna be, it's not going to set Master Al back too much, but at the same time, that's 400, 300 gold that Lucian now has that he didn't have before.
Yeah. And one thing we really, really can't ignore is that they got Mundo.
Hmm.
Mundo was not banned. Mundo is huge right now. So I'm curious to see how that ends up. You know, Brad, on my stream, I was 2 minutes behind. I've been talking during the loading screen the whole time.
Well then,
Hey, we're 2 minutes into the game here, and it's 1-0. Look at that, guys.
hey, life.
Hey. Very cool, very cool. Solution did pick up that kill. Missed the Blitzcrank hook pull there. What happened, Brad? Give me a little synopsis.
Blue side went in as 5. They walked straight up towards the blue, towards red side's blue buff, and saw Jinx was standing out a little too far. Gnar was able to hit boomerangs, slow her down. Mundo hit cleavers to slow her down, and then Blitzcrank hit a pull over the wall and put the nail in the coffin, basically.
Ooh. It is, I see. Well, I don't know why they wouldn't expect that. You have a Blitzcrank, the best thing you can do is keep good vision. Mega Gnar going a little ham in the top lane. It is a better matchup than the last matchup was. Ooh, the pull hits in bot lane on Swordmaster. He is down to about a quarter health.
Thread the needle every day.
Yeah, that was very close. The health potions are ticking there, and the other thingy that what is that called? I should know what that's called.
What are you questioning?
Face the Mount, which isn't actually Face the Mount right now. Renekton is
Relic Shield,
bullying
yes.
Gnar there. Yeah, Relic Shield. So he's going to gain a little bit of that health back. But every time they pull him, he's going to have less and less health. So I'm curious to see. I mean, that's going to be a good matchup to watch. They're all pretty good. Ooh, Jinx gets knocked up and pulled. Lucian takes her down to half health. She does have no potion. She doesn't have a potion either. So they'll be able to capitalize on that half health Jinx down there. I wouldn't be surprised if another pull came out. Looks like we're going to get some action in top lane. Gigamomo slows Faerun. Oh,
And that's going to be the kill.
Does connect the last auto attack. Yonderu is low. Vanguard can. Oh, flashes! Brings up the soldier.
Ooh, has to get barrier and flash out of him.
Ooh, not good. Mundo is there trying to stop the stack of Kindred, but it is being pinged by Renekton to assist. I'm curious if Mundo smites it away. Oh, there's a pull in bot lane, and he pulls himself right back away. Yonderu didn't back after that.
Oh,
There's
that
the
was
Q.
nuts. Yeah, that's
There's the kill.
not.
That was just stupid. I can't say anything more about that. He should have been backed when we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're running on 0 ping and fully prepared, and E is on a 1 second cooldown, I mean, there's no reason to even think that you'd be able to get out of that free.
Oh, Cleaver hits. The boomerang hits. The third auto hits. There's a second Cleaver. Hey, he's got no flash, Brad. Look at what we got here. Oh, one more auto.
And there it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Looks like another pull hit in bot lane, and he's down to about a quarter health again.
Still sitting on one more biscuit, though, for Nautilus. So he's going to be low, but he still has that there as an option.
Yep. Yes, he does. It looks like he's going to connect enough. Oh, he laughed at him. Oh, interesting. He has pure dominance on this lane right now, which is very interesting to watch. Swordmaster, being an avid Blitzcrank fan, knows how it must make him hurt that he's getting pulled by this Blitzcrank.
Something I would like to see from Red side, especially bot lane, is getting that forward vision into that bush so that Blitzcrank can't just sit there and throw pulls out and hit them. Especially with Master Isle and Swordmaster not really positioning themselves behind the waves exceptionally to try and prevent him from getting those pulls.
Interesting. I'm surprised Mundo does not come around to counter gank this. He knows it's happening. He does end up just taking the Raptors. They ping it out. Gigamomo will lay down the ward. It looks like Kindred's going to get this stack on the other Scuttle Crab. And there's a pull on Master Isle. There's the knock up, the exhaust, the heal. Summoner spells across the board. Gigamomo does come down. Bad Axis walks around, auto attacks him. A chunk comes out of him. Looks like Lucian's going to flash away and come out with a sliver of health. Mundo comes down. He's going where he pleases. It doesn't look like... Oh, there's the pull on Kindred. That was great.
And Vanguard's there as well. Oh.
Oh, this Azir.
That was just an easy cleanup.
Easy cleanup by Azir. Wasn't even watching the minimap. Oh,
and that gives him 2 more kills. He's already about 13 CS up ahead of Fizz. And once he gets back, he's going to have that stinger. And that'll really help to make sure that Fizz really has no chance of getting near any of his creep.
Yeah. Something to look at here in top lane. Renekton, his cooldown of Slice and Dice, like I said, is about 17 at rank 1. And Faerun on Gnar, his jump is less than that. So anytime he sees the Slice and Dice, if he can jump away, his jump and walking accumulates roughly the Slice and Dice. So as long as he is far enough away to miss the Decimate, then he doesn't have to exchange at any time, and he can just auto attack away. Pull hits in bot lane. I'm tired of saying those 3 words, but Swordmaster is down to a little under half there. Gigamomo is back down there to gank again. He is not afraid of ganking this lane. Blitzcrank is down to half, but he zooms away there. He's still there. Azir is...
And they do know that Mundo is on that side as well, as before they cleared that ward out.
Ooh, Ooh, Blitzcrank does have the pull open. Gets it. It looks like that's going to be a dead Nautilus if the Culling collects. Cut next. There's the kill. It's not looking good for Ho Ho Hope we don't feed this game.
I mean, I think they ho fed. I hate myself.
Oh, jumps, Decimate connects, gets the dice in. The trade, okay, after the auto attacks, the trade is almost in Gnar's favor, but Renekton does come out on top of that one. If you remember in the pick and ban phase, they banned Rengar, they banned Lee Sin. Gigamomo plays both Rengar and Lee Sin. You have eliminated his carry potential in the jungle. Oh, and Jinx gets hit by the pull. There's another kill in bot lane. They cannot be happy.
Ooh, just
See how
missing.
close that fish was in mid lane, Brad?
It's carrot, James, please. He's a happy
Carrot.
bunny, okay?
He is a happy bunny. Oh, man. And he's a happy Azir right now, a sad bunny. Oh, in this bot lane, once the pull connects, it's just death at this point. It's very rough for Santa's Baron Nashers right now. Obviously, both teams are hoping they win this game. See, that jump, if he can jump before the Decimate lands, he can get away without the trade. But when you connect the Decimate and then he jumps, because there's a slight cast time on the jump, just like Tristana's jump, then Airman is coming up to the flashless Renekton. Remember, honestly, he should be up here more often. Doing percent health, destroying him, forces the off. This is the might of Mundo. I don't think I need to say any more about that. That was just Mundo being how he is on this patch and why he's banned every single time. Blue side is pinging out the Kindred stack this time, so they'll be able to take that away.
Gnar's gonna go ahead and make sure that wave gets under the turret. Getting Mega Gnar gives them a little bit more safety, but they're also able to meet with Mundo and Azir and get that the Rift Herald as well.
There's the Rift Herald,
which is going to be
they're
traded for
gonna trade
Dragon.
For Dragon. He does almost pull the Dragon. Too bad he can't pull it out of the pit. Steal would have been interesting.
Oh, and they ended up giving it to the Rift Herald buff to Azir, which I think is a really great idea.
Yes, it is. It's very solid, especially with that extra damage he can get onto towers with the minions. He should be able to have that tower very quickly.
And really, he's just dominating the lane over Fizz.
Yep.
With Fizz
see
not
Kindred here.
having
Looks
much
like they're just gonna slide away. That is an interesting mechanic interaction we just saw from the Lucian slide. Culling connects everything. There is a TP coming down.
There's no
Those
way
are
he has
not
Mega
gonna-
though,
they
so
are
it's
gonna
not
connect.
going to
It's a slow down.
be
Swordmaster
extremely
is gonna
important.
Flash away. Turret's almost dead if they can just auto attack it. All 5 members are down in bot lane, so they better get something out of this. Azir coming in, trying to get the triple kill. Pops barrier.
Trying to be
pulls
Phoenix.
Gigamomo out. He is shut down. He get excited. It's gonna help Jinx get away. Oh man, is he low? There's the hop, there's the skip, and there's the kill. Fizz is looking for a little bit of action down here as well. Oh, there's the pull on Fizz. He doesn't have the patrol pull up, flashes away. It is mating time, but man, that bunny does not take too many chunks out of Mundo.
As well,
man.
Gnar was able to go Mega, but ended up missing the
Oh shoot!
ult on that as well.
Oh shoot! There's still stuff going on.
Ooh,
Thunk, exhaust, get the thunk again.
another flash.
No thunk again. This is an interesting skirmish.
I think the
Thunk.
biggest thing about this is that they're able to get a lot of flashes out of the team, out of red side, and also some key ultimates such as Nautilus's, but it wasn't able to do anything to stop the Lucian early on there.
Yes, you see Lucian was able to slide out of the Nautilus pull which
it's
then was able to avoid the root, which was an interesting interaction there.
I believe
So,
it's similar to how when
Ezreal?
Blitzcrank hits a pull on Ezreal, Ezreal's
Yeah.
able to E away. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not stunned, you're just being moved. It's a
Weird, but it
those-
works.
yeah. Oh, it looks like everybody's going back to clean stuff up. The blue buff will go over to Fizz.
And if we go ahead and look at some gold differentials here, really the biggest differences are Lucian to Jinx and then Azir to Fizz, with Azir sitting about 1,000 over, as well as Lucian sitting 1,000 over Jinx.
Ooh,
And that's going to be
Fizz
a
connects,
big
the
hit.
knockup connects.
Oh,
He can't do anything. He's silenced. The troll pole has to speak, and it can't speak when it's silent. They may connect another tower here. It is 5v4 in the mid lane with Faroon showing up. Azir is just so ahead right now. He can zone everybody off as a team, and then he's got his passive turret up behind him.
and having that safety to fall back on is really going to be big on sieging this.
Oh yeah,
They're
they're gonna pick up this tower with this minion wave. It's got a canyon
but they'll
wave.
definitely need to fall off as soon as that is gone.
Oh, there is a big fight coming.
Big fight on
They're
a
all
turret.
silenced. The Kindred ultimate comes out to save Swordmaster, but nobody's dying. Azir does pick up the kill. Oh man, a lot of damage coming out there. Shadow Swag is down. The last one to clean up is Yandere. Pull after dead for good measure. It was a 1
For ace.
5 in the Azir turret. Oh,
And
man.
really, yeah, they don't have to back. They can definitely get at least this turret. And then it's just Nautilus with another 5 seconds on Jinx. So pushing
I
this
doubt
wave
they'll
under,
push further.
falling back, grabbing, getting more vision, and Rift Heralds
Yep.
will definitely be what they want to do here.
They ping out the blue buff, however, it's not there, so they can't collect that. They are able to stop the stacking of Kindred. They ping that out. They are on top of it after the first 2 that they missed,
Yes.
which is wonderful. Like we talked about, shutting down Kindred is the opportune thing to do in this game, and they're doing a really good job of it. He's not an assassin, so it's hard to explain. But
As well,
it's
he-
obviously not working out.
He is sitting on 2 hunts completed, so he's getting about 2.5% extra damage from their maximum health. So, and really at this point, that's fantastic, since they haven't really lost a lot of fights with him nearby.
Looks like Shadow Swag is caught here, but not.
They're gonna
do
keep
too
going,
much.
even with
is
Gigamomo
here
there.
to help. The Wolf's gonna take a bite out of it. And man, that is some
That's
huge
gonna hurt,
damage
yep.
we see coming out of Gigamomo. Maybe a little too late in the game for that kind of damage, but man, that was pretty good. We do see a 6.5K gold lead on Santa's Baron Nashers, but this Mundo is proving to do what he wants. He has 12 KDA, so 12 of the 17 kills he's been a part of. Fizz looking like he's going to roam down the bot lane and pick up the Lucian kill unless Lucian takes off anytime soon. And Vanguard is going to siege down this turret. There's a Renekton ultimate for his troubles. The bunny connects. He flashes away for no extra damage. The culling, he's going to eat all of it. The heal comes out. It looks like Lucian may be able to pick up the kill. Jinx is there to help out. Fizz re-engages. TP comes to bot lane, even
From
though they're
Gnar.
fighting in top lane too. Oh, Lucian is still alive.
Oh!
With the kill on the Jinx.
And even with it being a 2v3 up and top,
Oh man, it looks like they're gonna get
Azir
killed in
and
top
Mundo are
lane
just-
as well.
working over them.
Oh
that's just
man, is this not as close as the last couple games? Vanguard ends up diving the tower. They hit a
not his
flash
best
out of him.
best option.
Should have let Mundo tank that tower the whole time. That was a little
sure.
bit greedy on Nautilus's part, but they are gonna get a bot turret out of this.
I even think Mundo would be able to turn it around on a Renekton, especially after seeing
Oh.
that after seeing Ruthless Predator get drawn out like that.
Yeah, without a doubt, and that turret is quite low as well. And they pick up a dragon as well. So after those double skirmishes there, it's a 9k gold lead for Santa's Baron Nashers. And man, hope we don't feed this. Hoping they come back a little bit here.
We can chill it on the ho jokes, right?
Oh man, but I'll save that one for later. Blue team is pinging
The Rift Herald
the
already.
Rift Herald here.
Which that's not a bad call, especially with all of them there.
Nothing
It's going to
else
be
they can really
gone
pick
in
up other
about
than the
30
top turret, but
seconds.
There's no wave pushing.
Looks like they're going to give it to Azir again.
Yep, very. I think it's on everyone on the team. It's best to give it to Azir. With that extra damage he gets to towers and the minions, he can pretty much walk to a lane and zone everybody off the tower and just take it.
I will say I think that Gnar could have been another good option though.
Yeah,
Leaving him
being
to
ranged.
split push top,
Yeah.
and then being the tanky kind of fighter that he is, he'd be able to.
Ooh, it looks like they want to
Split push
continue to
well.
siege in top lane. They ping the assist ping, and they lay down the Azir passive turret. So Shurima will rise again.
Now
here in
all
top
of red team is going to be up there soon. Mundo is still at his red buff though.
Yeah, it looks
not
like
necessarily
he's
a
not
fight
going
they
to
will
even
want.
come over. He's just farming away. I don't know if we're gonna see any kind of engage, maybe a disengage from the blue side, but they are gonna continue sieging this top lane out, whether it's the best option or not. Mundo, yep, there's the back has been stopped. They're engaging on top lane. Shadow Swag decides to back off. Ooh, Swordmaster does
Good
pick
hook
the
by
pull.
Swordmaster.
His ult goes
Ult
to a lot of
onto
people.
Lucian.
Renekton's pulled into the tower. Nautilus is in too. Oh, wow. He is a little deep there. That, oh, man. Right now, Faroon is 1v3ing the team and doing a great job. Azir comes up with a double kill. Is looking for more. Gets the triple kill with this Azir soldier. Mundo is still split pushing in bot lane. Jinx is backing off, and it's a 4-4-0 for Santa's Baron Nashers.
That was just a really clean fight on
Yes,
Santa's side. And with that, Mundo's still been split pushing bot. He's going to be able to get that turret. They're going to be able to get top turret. They'll even meet him down there. And a
Blitzcrank
big
gets the
hook.
pull.
Oh.
That's a dead Jinx.
And
Yep.
really, that's game. Like there's, and with they even dropped the surrender vote.
Oh, they dropped the surrender. 4-0. Santa's Baron Nashers is your second annual Christmas tournament champions.
Yeah, I mean that was just
Yeah.
extremely well played.
Every lane had there was a victory in every lane.
Mm-hmm.
Gigamomo could not impact.
Enough as
How-
that Kindred.
No, honestly, it's a strong pick, but it's a strong pick in a team fighting sense, and their their optimal strategies have not been to team fights. So
No. It was
interesting. You know, if there's one thing that they can take away from this, it's that when they moved Chris to jungle, they eliminated champion pools almost too much for him. You took away his two carry junglers, and he then gets worthless at that point. When he was in mid lane, you couldn't ban him out. Sure, you could ban LeBlanc, and then you ban Zed, and then you ban like Orianna. He's got 5 more champions I could list off that he's got experience in. He even played Brand in the tournament. So you couldn't take out anything from mid lane. He was still a threat. But when they put him into the jungle, they figured it out. It took him one game. They looked him up, and they banned his 2 champions.
Yeah, and really, I think one of the biggest things that they could have done here was with being able to use Gigamomo and Yonderu as swapping lanes. Yonderu needs to have an option of like 2 to 3 champions where it's not just that Vi, because you ban out the 2 big carry junglers in Lee and Rengar, and like you were just saying there, Gigamon was basically useless. So why not, since that whole mid lane pool is open now, swap him back into mid lane and give Yonderu that jungle area? But
that would have been a very smart strategy, because you just pulled all of the bans for that. And it's like, oh, well, now everything is open. Let's pick the comp that got us here to the finals. And they didn't do that.
Exactly. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, that was
and
a.
research isn't difficult either. If you click on Gigamomo's profile, he's got 77K on Rengar and 53K mastery score on Lee Sin as well. So you can just look at it and be like, oh, I guess we should ban those two champions. Nidalee is up there as well. I don't know why he didn't go for the Nidalee in this situation, knowing his Kindred is only level 3. So obviously he has minimal experience with it. Um, Interesting choice as a whole. They kind of they stretched away from what they were winning with.
Yeah, for sure. I will say that I don't think Nidalee necessarily would have worked well with them. Um,
No, I don't either.
and so
However,
I do understand the Kindred pick over it, but that Kindred needed to. It was just a really great job by Santa's Baron Nashers to deny those stacks on the Scuttle Crabs.
yes.
Um,
Yeah, if you can keep the stacks away from him, he wasn't getting kills or assists, so the only way he was going to do that was in the jungle, and they stopped that after the first two, which was very smart, very knowledge of the new champion there.
Yeah, so I mean that's the tournament. So
Yeah, we wrap it up there. So as a little summary here, I'll head over to the Battlefield bracket if Brad wants to do the same on
you want
stream.
to send me the.
And I will send you the link of the finals there. Send it over here. There we go. You can check that out. Click on it, head on over to the bracket. In first place, we've got Santa's Baron Nashers with the largest prize, pretty big prize pool this time. We've got a good amount of RP by Riot, 1,600 RP, Triumphant Rise, a 4-win IP boost, and then provided by our club specifically. They can all pick up a lanyard from us at any time, and I Hate Teemo bracelet, a spot in the Hall of Champions, and the MVP of that victory, which we will discuss later, gets a role specific bracelet as well. And second place lanyard, everybody gets lanyards across the boards for getting into the bracket there. And second place we just saw, hope we don't feed. They did a great job overall in the tournament. Those was the first losses we saw were those three. So that's pretty big for Santa's Baron Nashers to come up. That was a great series overall. In third place we have Lag, Jungle, TF Bug. And then in fourth place, forfeiting their spot, is George Michael's 1987 hit Careless Whisper. They won. yes, Brad. Best name in the tournament had to forfeit. Their big shout out to CPU Servag on that team. He was the last one and only one to be left. He was trying to salvage his team at every point in the tournament. So it was great that they did come out 4-1 in the group stages to get here today. So
Good job,
still
Sam.
did a good job.
Excellent
Good job
work.
on that end. Oh, hey, you know who he is?
Yeah.
I see.
He's
Nice.
pretty good. He's pretty good.
Pretty good guy. Yeah, he obviously showed up. Overall, pretty good. Pretty good. I want to say GG to everybody. I can go over and look at some stats of this what we saw here in the finals. Everyone can check it out. Onyx with a 14 KDA of yeah, this you can see that the top player KDAs are all on Careless Whisper there. You can ignore those because they played one match after they had forfeited, just because we could see most assists overall, 87 on Swordmaster. Least deaths, honestly, those ones don't count because they only played one game as a whole. Gigamomo had 80 kills in the finals as a whole. That's huge. Vanguard, the carry on the other team, getting 48. If that says how much their team is loaded into one person, it speaks wonders there. Top pick champions, we saw Skarner, 5 of 10 games, and Lucian, 5 of 10 games. Caitlyn, Blitzcrank, Morgana got a lot of play as well there. Kind of balances out after that. Just one last thing, CS per minute. Got the Lucian, the Silver Lucian, coming in first with 7 CS per minute. Definitely played pretty well for his rank. Showed up today without a doubt. And then gold per minute, Gigamomo, and then Smother. Smother was on one of the other teams when they played Gigamomo as well. So pretty good. Pretty good overall. I want to thank everybody for coming out, listening to the stream today, and everybody who played as well. Mundo banned 7 of 10 times. 8 of 10 would have changed a lot of things. Yeah. Anything else you got to say, Brad?
Do you want to let them know where they can keep up on all of the LOL IPFW news?
Oh, yeah. So obviously you can go to www.lol-ipfw. We post everything on the event calendar. You won't see anything until after the semester. All of us here at the club are going to take a break, kind of relax a little bit and enjoy our winter as we have it. But events coming up, just so everybody is prepared and knows what's going to happen. We will have a little back to school winter event kind of thing, little in-person thing. And then on the other side of the spring break, looks like April 4th, we're going to have a huge land. Expect about 400 people to come out to that. We got both ballrooms reserved at IPFW. We're going to invite all the local colleges, IU, Purdue, Cincinnati, all of anywhere we can find, University of Illinois, IUPUI. We want to invite all of them out here to come experience IPFW and really just have a huge tournament. See how many League of Legends players we can all get together and play some games here in person. And we'll have a whole bunch of other things. We'll have streaming. We will have a different room set up. If anyone's there for Jacko Land, we learned a lot from that. We're going to have that entire ballroom dedicated to gaming. The other ballroom, we will do our spectating in there and a couple other games as well. So it'll be a real good time in April. More news will come on that as well. So stay up to date. www.lol-ipfw.com. If you want to sign up for the email list, you can do that on the sign up page there, and you'll get all the updates.
All right, and then